Thanks so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Ilana. I live in Providence, and I'm calling in support of Bill 219 and 540. So I wanted to actually tell you all about a book I recently read. You may know it. It's by Octavia Butler, and it's called Parable of the Sower. And it's a bit of a dystopian novel, and there's a scene in there where the protagonist, Lauren, has kind of lost her whole community to climate change, actually, and is walking in search of a better life in the north, actually, from her. And what happens is she only has the supplies that she's taken with her. And if she loses them, she loses everything. And so there's a scene in the book where she and her friends are walking, trying to get north, and there's someone else whose bag gets stolen. And what Lauren realizes is that if that man has his bag and his stuff stolen, then he doesn't have anywhere else to turn. And that scene really stuck with me. And when I read that scene a couple weeks ago, I couldn't sleep. And Senators, the reason I couldn't sleep that night is because I realized that scene in the book where there was no one to help the person when the things they carried on their back were taken from them, that's not so different than what's happening in Rhode Island. Because when you make the choice to leave some neighborhoods at the risk of another submarine fire, or even worse, as happened in the Port of Providence last week, when you make the choice to leave our neighbors unhoused, that is when we are maintaining and moving towards the kind of dystopia that Octavia Butler wrote about. So I want to tell you that this past summer, I was part of a field program with Sunrise Rhode Island, where we spent 12 hours a day voting out people who would not support legislation that would protect our communities and that would keep us safe. I want to tell you that in 2022, I'm ready to do it again, and I specifically wanted to send this message to Senator Euer, who has said that she supports environmental legislation. Senator Euer, this is your time. We are ready to run someone against you and vote you out.
We're going to move on to the next call. Let's move on to the next call. And I want to say, look, Robert Frost once said that education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your patience. But please don't call in and make personal threats to individual senators. That's not what this is about. You know, Senator Euer chairs the Environmental Committee. Her heart's an environmental issue. She doesn't need me to defend her. But, you know, please, if you're going to call in, focus on the merits of the bills. Really? Please.